Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
And you referenced the earnings this week. It's a big week, and so we'll just go through a couple of companies that are going to be reporting. I mean, they are obviously the major players in the market. So this earnings report is brought to you by Market Mondays, the number one investment show in the world. Key word is the world. All right. So Tuesday, tomorrow, we got Chipotle reporting, we got Google reporting, we got Microsoft reporting, we got 3M reporting, and we got Visa. All majors, big majors, mega caps. Wednesday, we got Meta, formerly Facebook, PayPal, Ford, ServiceNow, Qualcomm, and that semiconductor space. Thursday, we have Twitter, which we mentioned earlier. Deal got done on Monday. Earnings report is done on Thursday. And I think they canceled the call. Usually they have the call after they report their earnings. The call has been pushed back or canceled for this earnings report.
Listen to that. They canceled a call and no one killed Elon or any of... No, go ahead.
Shout out to the Black
Stock Club call tonight, 9:30. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Apple will be reporting on Thursday as well as one of my favorites, as y'all know, Amazon will be reporting. Robinhood will be reporting. Eli Lilly will be reporting as well, and MasterCard. And then Friday we got the legendary gas tycoons. Exxon will be reporting as well as Chevron. And there's a bunch of others, but these are just some that we frequently mention on Market Mondays. And so if you're interested in watching earnings and investing up until earnings, feel free. We're just giving you who's going to be reporting, y'all.
And do not play earnings for my traders. I know it's exciting, it's exhilarating. I know some of you going to trade this. I mean, fucking, I told him I got you. Wait, this quarterly earnings. Please wait. Lilly, Google, Apple, Visa. If 3 out of these 4 is bad,
we in trouble.
Remember, like when they start wrapping stuff up in the Titanic. We may come on like Wednesday night and be like, hey, listen, man, this is maybe time to pray collectively. So Apple should be great. Lilly should be great. Google should be great. But if 3 out of those 4 go bad and the stock goes down, it's going to be bad.
It's going to be a special edition.
We'll get on. Visa, have some trouble. Yeah,
I'm actually interested. I looked at some of the numbers for Apple and Amazon, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens on Thursday.
It really may come down to like 5 companies in the United States are going to be profitable, and like the rest of them are just going to be slowly. They're going to have to even redo the FANG thing. Facebook, it'll be interesting to see their numbers, but I don't think it's going to be. Well, I don't think the stock will do great as a result.
Yeah, and then obviously Netflix probably won't even be part of the acronym anymore. So
Facebook should acquire Netflix if we keep it. If I was Zuckerberg, I couldn't get TikTok. Boy, let me go get Netflix. Zuckerberg, I'm gonna do the Boosie. Zuckerberger, call me. I'm telling you, the acquisition that could save Facebook, they get Netflix, and then you take that user base. You can keep the cost basis down per user because now you already have 92 billion people on the platform. Even people that's not born yet, they had their profiles up, right? Be
cool, 3 billion
data. It will be a nice revenue bump to Facebook. It will give them more time to figure out Meta. You don't have to be so dependent on social media because no other social media. Even with that, why didn't they let Facebook acquire Twitter? Of course, they said because of monopoly issues. They already have a monopoly. Netflix could be the acquisition.
Yeah. And they have original content as well. Yeah, 3 billion subscribers.
I don't want to see Red Table Talk on Netflix, but Will, don't go back on, brother. I love you. Listen, I'm tired. Listen, how come Mike Tyson punched that dude, but then Will slapped Chris and everybody was like, yo, he wrong?
Shout out to Mike Tyson.
No, two different situations.
Shout out to Mike
Tell
Tyson.
me the difference, my brother. I'm trying to learn to be better.
Will Smith, that was the Oscars in front of millions of people, and Chris Rock was a host, and he's telling a joke. Mike Tyson was getting provoked by a drunk guy on a plane, a random person that was just literally 2 feet away from him, just provoking him in his air.
Gotcha.
And so I don't think that's comparable.
Okay. I'm doing apples and grapefruits. I got you.
Shout out to the baby with a 360.
Oh, why are you shouting that out, man?
Wait, what? Because this is way...
Nah. The baby is living up to the name.
You didn't see that? When he punched his artist? He did a 360. He walked past his artist and did like a 360.
He wasn't What are the rules?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that since like Street Fighter.
the baby. This guy, he's really
Ryu
living
did
it.
a punch
He's
like
undefeated.
He's really living it.
Yeah.
He's one of these rappers that's actually. He's
Listen,
actually
if you
living
know
it.
he was outside, he wasn't nothing to play with.
He's actually living
that.
it.
Yeah,
Oh man! First it was the bowling alley.
that was crazy. The bowling alley incident was different.
Man. Sheesh! I'm like the
Get
baby.
a
Conflict
whole
resolution,
different
man. We just spoke about
You're
this.
gonna get stretched.
Conflict resolution.
Yes,
Before we go
that
to-
is so needed in our community.
Before we go to questions, can we talk about 3 takeaways from this weekend?
You start. First one.
Definitely the power of being in the building. I saw a bunch of people that I knew that told me that they met other people for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know a good story about that? And this is on a higher level. Slim Thug. So Slim Thug, obviously, you know, he's one of the dopest musical artists to ever come out of Houston, but he's also big in real estate. He develops homes and he's really, you know, getting into real estate. He had been hearing about Chris Senegal for a long time, but he never actually met him. And the first time that he actually met him was at Market Mondays, and they met, exchanged information. Then the next day, at Chapman, shout out to everybody else in Chapman's, they got to kick it again. They spoke for like 20 minutes. So I asked him, like, you know, Chris? He's like, nah, I always heard about him, but you know, I definitely want to link. So yeah, that was actually a really dope situation because we was able to make that happen. And I'm sure that they'll be doing a bunch of different projects together and working together. And at the very least, they'll be able to just
Get like a little accelerator fee or something.
yeah. Yes. I hope they remember us when they take over the city for sure.
2%, you know.
So yeah, that's always dope. You know, it's like you can't get that interaction online. It's always that face-to-face interaction is always the most beneficial.
I think mine is the power of impact. You just never know. And we ran into a lot of people who had just some like amazing stories. I know one that stuck out to me because it was pretty emotional. A woman had approached myself and Rashad and was telling me about a loss that she had in her family and how she was just really in a depressed state and got a text that Market Mondays is coming on. And it empowered her. Just listen to us talk every week for her to, you know, get back up on her feet, believe in herself, begin investing. And she just had to come tell us and had to make it to Houston to see us to make it happen. And so, I mean, those type of stories are always heartwarming. You know, it's completely like the humility that it takes to do that because she didn't have to. But I walked away just like, wow, like you never really know who you're impacting or how one word or something that you might have said can impact someone. So mine was the power of impact. And again, seeing 2,600 people, I mean, we don't take that for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're never going to take that for granted. To see that many people be in attendance with their iPhones out, a little joke, taking notes, and just walking away. And even when we got pulled away because they were closing the curtains and they trying to get us out of there. The fact that people were still calling out to, you know, I just want to tell you one word and I want to show you my business card. I want to tell you about this thing I'm doing. It was just extremely encouraging. And so I always tell people, you know, they always like, yo, man, weren't you a gym teacher? I'm like, yeah, I impacted a school district, but in this avenue, I can impact the world. So always go where you have the greatest impact. So that would be my biggest takeaway, the power of impact.
For me, the power of enthusiasm. Shout out to everybody on the top row. Like that, I haven't felt like that like whether I was on stage or in the audience, but the energy that they had, like I wish we could have just had 2 hours with them because they were so hungry. And then even the friendships, and some of them messaged me that night. Some of them just went to the parking lot and was just exchanging information and notes. Shout out to the brother. He took notes on every episode of Market Mondays. It looked like he brought up the Dead Sea Scrolls. I was like, bruh, let me buy that book off you, please. So the power of enthusiasm, I got the power of impact. Like I put this on my story yesterday, but 2013, when I was living in Colorado, I was playing Mark Douglas videos every day. For anyone, if you feel like you've been left behind, left out, the power of manifestation is real. So the probability, we was talking about this today, the probability of a person of my color, our color, If you told them in 2013, it would be 3 black dudes. And now with the Red Pandas and Earners, we will be able to amass black and brown people to learn about the market at scale. It would have probably been the highest rated business idea to ever fail in history. So to look back to see where we were and praying for these things and hoping to have a great partnership and avenue to be able to do this, for all of you that have dreams, when this was like the craziest idea, say this every night in the mirror 10 times. Whatever your number one dream is, and if you're a believer in God, pray upon it. I'm telling you, he'll give it to you. And listen, Steve Harvey said he's not done with me yet. I have a lot of improving to do. But when I walked out on stage, I told Ashley, I was like, I don't even deserve this. She's like, baby, yes, you do. Like, go out here, shut up, go kill this. Because the stadium was so, like, Apollo was huge, but this stadium was huge.
Yeah.
And to see it fill up so fast, and I told him in the dressing room, I'm like, man, turn the TV off. I'm gonna get nervous. Like, I was like, because I was just in awe of how many people chose to show up. And then third, a lady yesterday at the meetup said, hey, you know what we should do? And I know it's too late, but we should have the culture by Twitter. And I was like, I said what I said on Saturday. And I didn't know it was going to happen Monday. I thought it would happen next week. But at one of these events, man, if Netflix got to $99, I would love for everybody in Market Mondays to amass some money and buy Netflix. Like, the power of what we can do together when we move as a unit. You guys think 300 was powerful. They lost. Any war, if we team together, I know we'll win. Even if it's one brand that we start out with and we buy, I think there's so much power and energy in that room that we can collectively build something absolutely incredible. So, but shout out to everybody in the top row. But for those of you that have big dreams, big aspirations, you've seen these guys do it. They tell you, started with an iPhone, the power of just executing. Even on the entertainment side, I was talking to somebody at Interscope, and I'm like, hey, why do you guys think that Snoop continued to do so well and still be here, go to Def Jam? There was like, same thing, Shotty, power, consistency. Doesn't miss shows. Every feature that he gets paid to do, he does it. A lot of people fall by the wayside just by not showing up. Because people was asking, hey, y'all doing Market Mondays on Monday? I'm like, yeah, it's Monday. Saturday was a show. You have to be here. You guys saw him. My man was sounding like Doc Rivers last week. Rondo. Like, he was still here, showing up, showing out. Kudos to you put on the show. The first 3 questions Jenna asked you, I'm like, Charlie going for 80. So show up, be consistent. There is no competition other than your executing. Please put that in chat. There is no, because so many companies need help in every area. Whatever you do, there's a company that needs your help. We talked about this with Chris. Chris is one of the most reliable people. Kudos to you for handling all my TikTok. Never have to talk to Chris. I know if he doesn't post, man, my boy went to heaven. You want to be so reliable. And there are companies that'll pay you guys tens of millions to do what you are good at and the talent that God gave you just for showing up and being consistent there. So I had an amazing event. I'm honored. Thank you guys so much.
Top row game. They might be a new thing. The top row game.
Yeah, that energy was amazing.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was trying to figure out how we
can we do something just for them? Like, I want to do a meetup.
I was trying to go up there. I asked Ashley.
Ashley was not having it.
He said, no, you cannot go up there.
Ashley would have killed me. I wasn't even supposed to go in the front. Baby, they couldn't see you because the light. I know I lied. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to go. I had to get the money out though. So, yeah, I want to do something for the people on top row. Can we, for real, do a meetup I pay for all. Like, that energy though. That felt like Rough Riders in the night. Like when X first came out, boy, it felt like that.
It was amazing.
Yeah, we got to do something.
Amazing to be a part of it, man. Extremely humbling.
Shout out Top Row Mafia. I love y'all.
Very entertaining and very educational at the same time. Edutainment.
This that Red Panda Anthem. Ian, what's up? This that Red Panda Anthem. Red Panda, what's good? Red Panda Anthem. Whole foot going up. I know they can't stand it.